Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back. Enjoy the gameplay in the background. It's not relevant to what I'm talking about, but, you know, it's better than, looking at me sat in my spare room at home with shitty lighting and it looks shit. So until I get better lighting, a better setup in my room, I'm going to stop, doing the full screen camera shots because I just don't like the way it looks. So yeah, let's talk about today's topic, and that is a lot of people have started deleting their reviews of Black Ops 4 and then re-releasing a more relevant, up-to-date review. Now, one of these YouTubers is called Skill Up. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of him. He's a huge channel. I'll put it up on screen for you now. So this guy has, well, essentially deleted his positive review of the game. I'm not going to go into the specifics of his video in detail. I'm sure he's got his reasons why he's done it. I haven't watched his video. I've got no, interest in watching, his content whatsoever. Nothing against the guy. It's just I don't want to listen to somebody who's changed the review of Black Ops 4. People who reviewed the game initially should actually stand by their actual review of the game. I knew from day one, with the microtransaction policy the game had, I knew after the beta that Black Ops 4 was going to be, a half-arsed video game. And I said this from day one. I thought that there was too much going on in this year's game. I said that multiplayer is going to suffer because of Blackout, which it clearly has. The development team seems to give more of a shit about Blackout than what they do about the general, the ordinary multiplayer portion of the game. The multiplayer portion of the game, the majority of the complaints with the game are around the specialists. I haven't seen much negativity about the connections, stuff like that. Maybe there is. I don't play this game enough to actually know and fully understand if there's a problem with connections. I play it every now and then just to put YouTube content up. And yeah, other games I play aren't really relevant to what this channel's all about. I've tried putting Rocket League gameplay up. Other games what I play, at home, doesn't really get the views. People don't enjoy watching gameplay of something which they can't relate to. They always want the gameplay to be in the background, relevant to what I'm talking about. So, I try to do that. I have listened to feedback from you guys. The multiplayer, its biggest problem, and I think I talk for the majority of the disgruntled community. I'm sure there's a lot of people who actually enjoy, Black Ops 4. And if you do, if you're one of those people, good for you. But nobody can, say that the microtransactions in this video game are a disgrace. I did a video yesterday talking about the Reticle, which they want you to pay £1 for. Now, that same Reticle, guys, you actually got that Reticle for free on Black Ops 2 by just leveling up your weapon. So you got it for free in Black Ops 2. There's people telling me you got it for free in Black Ops 1, even though I can't find it myself. But that's what people are telling me. So why should we have to pay for something in Black Ops 4, which was, part of the free, video game in years gone by? Black Ops 4 is being killed by greedy, Activision. And Treyarch aren't, completely innocent in this. Because Treyarch have surely got to take some kind of a moral high ground and say to Activision, right, okay, if you want us to charge people for putting stuff in the game, at least let us make new content for people. Let's give, people the content they've had in older games for free. Let's, put that in for free. But, okay, let's make new content. So Treyarch aren't completely to blame for this, and Treyarch really may as well be owned by Activision. They really may as well, because what do they do other than make a COD game? Years gone by, they used to have other projects, but correct me if I'm wrong, do they really make any other game what's anywhere near being a AAA title? I've had a quick Google, I can't find anything, so, maybe I'm slightly retarded. I don't think I am. But the biggest problem with this game is obviously the microtransactions policy. They are trying to copy a free-to-play business model of Fortnite because that's what they're doing. They're copying what Fortnite does. However, Fortnite's a free-to-play game. It's a refined game. It's a game what gets update. It's a game what gets feedback implemented. Like, let's look at it like this, for example. The Fortnite community said they didn't like the sword, the Infinity Blade. They didn't like it. What did Epic do? They went, okay, we're sorry. We're sorry we've put this in the game. They apologized to their community. They removed it out of the game. The Black Ops 4 community wants the VSAT. They want a specialists playlist, free of specialists, sorry. So they want a playlist without specialists. What's David Vonderhaar said? No, we're not putting in the VSAT. Fuck the player base. That is the fundamental difference. Epic actually care about the community. They make changes based on community feedback. Yet what does David Vonderhaar and his team at Treyarch do? They don't listen to the player base. They've got egos that big that they don't care about what the player base wants. And that is one of the biggest problems. David Vonderhaar is a problem. How he handled the whole VSAT situation is a problem. That is the biggest problem with this game, is David Vonderhaar's ego. If I was Activision, I would actually get rid of him and get somebody else, because David Vonderhaar, to me, is done now. People ask for a VSAT. He is that arrogant of a man to come out and say, we're not doing what the community want, we are doing what we want. Well, surely without a community, your game is pretty much dead. And let's face it, the only reason now they have to do such a aggressive microtransaction, business model of a video game. We're not that far off now in Call of Duty having as many, horrible, disgusting microtransactions as what you'd see in a mobile, video game for mobile phones. It's because there's a lack of people playing this game. We get features in older titles like leaderboards, for example. They don't want to put leaderboards in this game. They've not even got leaderboards in Blackout. And that can only be to one thing. They are probably ashamed of the player numbers. There would be no other reason for them not to include them in the game. What is it going to break? We've had leaderboards in games, for years for Call of Duty. So what are they hiding? They just don't want people to know how little players they have. The video game itself isn't even relevant on Twitch TV anymore. It doesn't bring in enough viewers. It used to be a much higher viewership on Twitch and YouTube. A lot of YouTube creators have now gone on and decided to, play Fortnite. Some go to Rainbow Six Siege, and yeah, I know I've gone a bit off sidetrack here, but a lot of YouTubers removing their positive, glowing reviews because they don't want to be seen to be part of the problem. And these YouTubers are only removing their review because they are like, well, my review was actually a shit review. I got it wrong. Well, did you actually get it wrong? Or did you actually, want to try to get on the developers and the publishers' good books? That's my theory. It might not be true, but nonetheless, it's my theory. Everything I do on this channel, I stand by. I've made mistakes in the before. Well, I've made mistakes in the past. I admit that. However, I'm not going to delete a video just to try to kind of hide what I've done. YouTubers who are deleting positive reviews and replacing those same reviews with negative reviews, well, what's the point of doing that now? The game, well, the biggest two times of when any video game sells is obviously when it gets released and at Christmas. Especially with Call of Duty, and now that time is over. So your review is pretty much pointless. It's going to get no traffic on, YouTube anymore. Maybe you're just trying to save face because people are calling you out on the positive review you did of one of the worst Call of Duty video games ever. I think it is probably now, and I don't say this based on gameplay and the enjoyment of the game, but Black Ops 4 has got to go down as the worst Call of Duty ever made. And it's not the worst Call of Duty just based on the core gameplay, because it is not the worst for that reason. The reason this is the worst Call of Duty is because of the microtransaction model in this game. That is ultimately what it boils down to, guys. So thank you for watching. Hypocritical YouTubers all over again. They're all over the internet, They want to try to, cover the tracks with the shitty reviews they've come out with, which prove to be, a complete shower of shit. But my name's been SimonB1471. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, if you agree with me, hit that like button. And just to add, guys, I forgot about this. It sprung to my mind. Now, a lot of people are going, wow, this cherry blossom is amazing. If you don't know what cherry blossom is, it's one of the new camos what's coming to the game, and I use the word new very loosely. It's yet again more recycled content which we have had in previous Call of Duty games, which they've brought back, which then they're going to charge you for. I know they don't charge you directly, so it's part of that shitty stream pass or whatever they call it. See, it's that irrelevant, this game. I don't even know the terminology, even though I'm a COD channel and I'm supposed to know absolutely everything about every single Call of Duty game of all time. And to be fair, until Black Ops 3, I probably did know everything about every single, Call of Duty game of all time. But yeah, since then it's got a bit blurry, guys. A bit blurry. A bit of a trivia question for you here, guys. Which Black Ops game, and I've already answered it half here for you, which Black Ops game did the Cherry Balsam first appearing as a camo? And a little clue here for you guys, it wasn't Black Ops 4. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.